Yeah. What's good? What's good? We in the building. My 2pence. Back at it again. Had to take a week break because I was away. Do you know what I mean? Man flew out. Make sure you're following JEDI online on all platforms to find out where I've been. Catch some of the travel vlogs, little snapshots of the moment and whatnot. Yeah, man. Life is good. Life is good. Give thanks. The sun is shining. It's super hot in the jungle. Me and Maverick are out here. We're dying. We need some water. You know what I mean? Big up all the Speakonomics gang. If you've been keeping up to date with the podcast, it's been going on still. Last episode was mad jokes. So big up to Chids. Big up to High Priest. Big up to Mr. I Bleed Different. And big up to Who is Orion.
We're saying that if your girl does not squeeze your wee-wee, that means the love is not right, the love is not proper, the love is artificial. That's just real. That's period. You get me? Full stop. Do you agree or disagree? Do you agree?
I agree. As a woman, I agree. Because if I love a man, I'm squeezing. Do you know what I mean?
So is that what women are doing? Are women deliberately squeezing one?
Okay. Yeah.
What about you, JEDI?
I'm definitely not squeezing.
But you're not the guy that's you're not.
No,
your
if you're
girl,
receiving the squeeze.
Yeah. So what? You like squeezing, or you don't want your wee wee squeezed, your willy squeezed?
Okay, we're not gonna say willy or wee wee. When I'm not gonna join you on that. I'm not gonna join you on that. I don't.
Okay. Do you want your penis squeezed or not? You know what I mean? You want me to talk on a formal level?
Do you know what I mean? Do you want man's in DMX way? Hey, we have to clip that. Do you want your penis squeezed? Pause, innit? No, I mean, I feel like, no Diddy. Yeah, man. The Who is Around episode should be out on Thursday, so make sure you check that out. 7:30, catch the premiere. Do you know what I mean? So we're gonna go through some news. I'll be real with you, I'll level with you. I ain't watched the news. I've been looking at horizons and blue water and belly dancers and swimming pools and stuff like that. Get me? All-inclusive dinner menus. That's what I've been preying. What's for dinner? Get me? Where we eating tonight? Yeah? So big up, man. I've had a good time. I'm chilled. I mean, my eyes are low. And I'm in a good vibe. So yeah, first and foremost, where we going to go with it, man? So yeah, all of this, most of this I'm pretending to have really preed before I sat on this sofa. So forgive me. Here's what it is. It goes like that. There's a couple bits and bobs that I definitely put away to talk about, but I feel like I'm missing 2 weeks worth of news. But Syria, today that's come out. Syria, over 1,000 people have been killed in clashes in Syria between the security forces and groups labelled as loyalists. I think these people are loyal to the old regime or whatever, Assad or whatever his name is, and it's kicking off down Dessa.
A makeshift burial site in northwest Syria. Here, the bodies of security forces are discovered in newly dug graves. It's thought they were killed and buried by loyalists of the Assad regime. The video was taken in the town of Kardaha, the hometown of the Assad family, which ruled in Syria for more than half a century. The remnants of the old regime have been fighting government forces since Thursday across the coastal areas of the country. The government is struggling to bring the situation under control. These pictures show a reinforcement convoy of the security forces arriving in Banyas in Tartus. Banyas is home to the largest oil refinery in Syria. The government says the rebels attacked the refinery but were repelled. The epicenter of fighting has shifted from the city center to the countryside. Officials estimate up to 5,000 loyalists of the former regime are armed and hidden across the coastal cities of Tartus, Latakia, their outskirts, and the mountains around. Hundreds of security forces and regime remnants have been killed. But it is civilians that have been caught in the crossfire. Hundreds of civilians, including women and children, have died in the battles. The overwhelming majority of them are from the Alawite minority, from which the Assad family also belongs. Syria's President Ahmed al-Shara has called for the national unity and peace and is promising justice.
نؤكد أننا سنحاسب بكل حزم ودون تهاون.
We affirm that we will hold accountable with utmost firmness and without any leniency anyone involved in the shedding of civilian blood or who has wronged our people. Those who exceeded the authority of the state or exploited their power of their own interests will not be above the law. Anyone whose hands are stained with the blood of Syrians will face justice sooner rather than later.
The government also announced the formation of an independent committee to investigate the violations and identify those responsible for the killing of civilians. The Ministry of Defense says the security forces are working at checkpoints surrounding the city of Latakia to ensure the safety of civilians and prevent remnants of the former regime from carrying out any acts of sabotage.
Our forces have developed comprehensive plans to impose a cordon around fleeing elements, to ensure the complete elimination of any threats they pose. We urge all our people to stay away from areas of military operations for their safety and confirm that the coming hours will witness the announcement of the result of this phase.
Funerals are being held in several cities across Syria. In the capital Damascus, people demonstrated against the killing of civilians by security forces and remnants of the regime. It's the worst violence since the overthrow of Bashar al-Assad last December. People in Syria have suffered tremendously from ethnic and sectarian divisions during nearly 14 years of civil war. The country is trying to recover from the devastation and heal wounds through reconciliation. But recent fighting and mass killing of civilians by security forces and remnants of the old regime show that that path to recovery will be long and tough. Resul Serdar, Al Jazeera, Damascus.
It's very interesting to me because I saw it in an article or I saw a report about it, and in the report, the two American guys were like, "Why should we care about this?" You know, I'm gonna run that clip.
AP says the death toll from 2 days of clashes between security forces and loyalists of ousted Syrian President Bashar Assad has risen to more than 1,000. That includes 750 civilians. A war monitoring group is giving us those numbers. That makes it one of the deadliest acts of violence since Syria's conflict began 14 years ago. The Britain-based Syrian Observatory for Human Rights says electricity and drinking water were cut off in large areas around the city of Latakia as well. Let's discuss the troubling situation in Syria with host of the Strat podcast, Hal Kempfer. Hal, I'm going to ask you the question that I get all the time when we cover these types of stories. Why does this matter to people outside of Syria? Our audience is not consisting of Syrians, so why should this matter to us?
Well, Syria is kind of at a crossroads, and it's in a strategic position within the Middle East. If you look at to the north is Turkey. Also, Russia has two bases in there in the Latakia area, which is one, and then the Tartus area. They have a naval base and an air base, and so you have this confluence of things. And of course, with the Assad Alawite government, the Alawites are Shiite. They were backed by Iran. So Iran is heavily in there. In fact, it's believed that Iran may have been instigators of some of the violence that led to this, instigators of the insurgency that led to this violence that we've just seen. And then the other part of it is you've got ISIS. That's why the U.S. is in Syria, and we have troops and we have bases in Syria.
Boom. So yeah, it was like, yeah, why should we care about this? Why is it important to us? Why should we care about what's going on in that corner of the world? Now, bearing in mind you're an American, so it's your country's history, it's your policy to get involved with other people's shit everywhere. You asking bareface why you should get involved is a testament to the fact that you generally need reasons, you need incentives for your humanitarian side to be sparked. It's in a stark contrast to the way you view other people's issues and you wade in and get involved and have something to say. But in this one, you are asking, why should we care? The reason you should care, according to your own reports, is because of the military inference it could draw, yada, yada, yada. It's just, we don't care about people. We don't care about humans. People they just care about the causes that are close to home, or the causes that they can get something out of, or they can manipulate, or may affect them. Otherwise, no one cares. Empathy is dead. 2025, genuine empathy is dead. People just in there for something for them, basically. So yeah, you know, healing energies go out to the Syrian people that are suffering in the midst of these type of things that's going on. We're gonna find more and more stories like this all around the world. You know, the end times is coming, I reckon. So yeah, that's that. Let me go to the next story, man. Boom! Boom! The former soldier. Oh, sorry, let me just eat this, because I did open this. The former soldier, Kyle Clifford. Yeah? I can't even open it now. Yeah, the former soldier, Kyle Clifford. The dude that licked down the 3 people with the crossbow. Don't know if you know, he went to someone's yard. Basically, he was going out with this race commentator, horse racing commentator's daughter. They broke up. My man come up with a plan to lick her down. He's gone to the yard, licked her down, and I think her two family members also, right? So there's 3 people, 3 women he killed. He stabbed the mum with a knife, and he hit the other 2 with a crossbow. Tried to hit himself with a crossbow when the feds came, or when the feds traced him down, but he lived, paralyzed from the legs down, pissed.
Dreadful, with details that are almost unspeakable. This is Carol Hunt and her daughters, Hannah and Louise. Now, they were all attacked and brutally killed last year. Now, the 2 sisters murdered with a crossbow and their mum a butcher's knife. Well, today, this man, Kyle Clifford, the man who mercilessly attacked them, was found guilty of raping his ex-partner, Louise, too. Well, Julian Druker has the full story for us, and as we've said before, there are many disturbing details.
Their lives ended in the most horrific circumstances. Louise Hunt, her sister Hannah, and their mother Carol. But Kyle Clifford, seen here in custody, had freely admitted that. Instead, he had been on trial this week after denying raping Louise, his former partner. This was him at 6:55 on that July evening last year, just after he'd unleashed his afternoon of sheer violence. He'd used this crossbow, bought online, on the 2 sisters, after first stabbing their mother to death.
He was an entirely underwhelming individual. He had a failed army career and was unable to hold down jobs for any period of time. He also, as I said, failed to deal with what was otherwise a fairly amicable and routine breakup of a relationship.
Following a manhunt, police would eventually apprehend Clifford in a cemetery in Enfield. In a final act, he used a crossbow on himself, but survived. He sustained injuries and is now paralysed from the chest down. This is him being interviewed by police last autumn.
Do you accept, Kyle, that based on the evidence, that this is a premeditated murder of 3 people? Do you accept that you have meticulously planned this murder from the moment that you split up the bodies?
At a court hearing in January, Kyle Clifford pleaded guilty to the murders of Louise, Hannah and Carol Hunt at their family home here, but he pleaded not guilty to the rape of Louise, his former partner. That plea meant the grieving family members of the 3 women would face the pain of a trial. And it's a trial in which the events leading up to those terrible moments have been revealed for the first time. Clifford bought items like rope, duct tape and petrol cans for the attack, whilst somehow maintaining a veneer of normality at the gym. Louise had ended her relationship with him just before. Prosecutors said he had been seeing other women while they were dating. The trial also heard how violent misogyny online had fueled the attack. And it can now be reported Clifford had searched for a podcast by the self-proclaimed misogynist social media influencer Andrew Tate just 24 hours before the killings. Last year, 5 News spoke to one of Louise's closest friends who had spoken to her on the day of the attack.
She would just never say a bad word about anyone, and she was just so understanding of just any kind of situation, just such a nice person. I just don't think I've ever met just such a nice person, ever. And I just, obviously just not good.
Clifford had refused to attend his trial and said DNA found on his former partner's body was from a consensual encounter 16 days before. The jury rejected that as they and members of the Hunt family listened to appalling details of the barbarism and sexual violence suffered on that summer afternoon.
Well, Julian is live with us in Cambridge. And we should point out, Julian, good evening to you. It didn't take long, did it, for the jury to reach their decision?
Hi there, Danny. Yeah, just 45 minutes, and as I said, he failed to attend this 4-day trial here in Cambridge. Also, it was only held in Cambridge for his purposes. So few courts have a lift from the cells up to the courtroom, so that was done for him. It has meant, though, a slightly longer journey for the Hunt family attending every day, and obviously it is unimaginable what they have had to go through, especially John Hunt and his daughter, who've had to listen to those distressing details, not least that detail that Carl Clifford actually researched the racing fixtures on the day of the attack to essentially find out if John Hunt was working and that the house would be empty for him to commit his violence. Now, the judge told Clifford his crimes were dreadful and almost unspeakable. He will be sentenced on Tuesday next week, and it is likely that he will get a whole life tariff.
So, get me. Obviously, you want to take yourself out of it. I still don't, to this day, I don't understand the principle of how good this vagina must be. Yeah? The vagina is so good that when she leaves you, not only can you not face her being alive, you're willing to throw your own life. Imagine a vagina that makes you think that I will dive, I will literally shoot myself with a crossbow for. Like, that's got to be some good sex. That's got to be some good sex. I will shoot myself with a crossbow for this. Brother, move on. Yeah? What happened to you, man? Can't let the woman live. If I can't be with you, was it? If I can't love you, no one can, or something like that. People are wicked, man. You got to mind out who you're sleeping with. Because you might be sleeping with that person that just thinks, if you try and leave me, I'm going to done your dance. You don't even know. You might be lying next to them now. You might be watching this with them. Get me? Stroking them, hugging them, holding their hand later. You never realise this is the person that's going to done your dance. It's crazy, man. You got to mind out who you share your personal space with. There's a reason why that story rings certain alarm bells for me, though, because, like I said, he stabbed the mum. Yeah, he stabbed the mum and then used the crossbow on the other two, and then tried to use the crossbow on himself. Because of this, they're going on like, oh, Clive, or I think what's his name, Kyle who ordered the crossbow from the internet. Kyle with the internet bought crossbow. Like, they're trying to let you know you can buy a crossbow on the internet, and it's time we start locking that down. So you can't have a dog. Obviously, you can't have a knife. They don't want you to have no big dogs, no knife. You can't have a gun. They don't want you to have a crossbow. They're trying to turn the knives, the blunt. They're trying to round off the edges on the knife. Idris is coming for the borers. Is like, yo, we can't get the youths to stop shanking each other, so then let's just make all the borers shank proof. What a dumb idea. What a stupid idea. If you lot let Idris turn your knives, all knives, into butter knives, you lot are dickheads. How can you not see that the system and society is trying to disarm you? How can you not see that society is trying to weaken you and give you no way to defend yourself? Now, we've got to be careful. So I just felt like that story was being highlighted for those reasons, for us to demonize crossbow. Yeah? Fight for the crossbows. If they try to take the crossbows, fight for them. Because to be honest, it's mad out here. Yeah? And we don't know what kind of world we're moving into. And they're busy trying to disarm the people subtly, slyly, slowly. Yeah? Using the Hegelian dialectic. And we're so dumb, we just fall for it each and every time. You get me? I'm not saying campaigning against knife crime or youth violence is not an admirable endeavour. What I would say is disarming humanity is not the answer. Yeah? Disarming humanity is not the answer. And we got to think critically. Yeah? We got to use lateral thinking when it comes to this. And think who benefits from society not having knives. It's not a good look, right? We don't want to live in that world. Let me move to the next story, though. Yeah, so that was Kyle Clifford, the crossbow murderer. Oh, one more thing I was going to say. Obviously, imagine you go to done your own dance. You've killed women. Apparently, he's been found guilty of raping her as well. So he raped the thing, murked the wife, murked the two gal, murked the mom, just gone on a frenzy. Fez has come, his ultimate thing, he's got one arrow left. He's like, yeah, boom. He's trying to shoot himself with the arrow. Pussy, You're paralyzed from the chest down. Oh my God. Oh my God. You fluffed it. You fluffed it. You had one assignment, bruv. It was supposed to be a murder, suicide. Yeah, or as we know it in the industry, a triple MS. But, you get me? You fluffed it, cuz. Now you're paralyzed. Some would say that was God's intervention. You ain't escaping. You ain't trying to get the easy route out of here. And now you got to suffer in a wheelchair. Crazy. And you're a graper as well. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't know. But I would hazard a guess that being a woman murdering disabled rapist is probably not the best ranking. You're not going to get the biggest RP in jail for that. I don't think. It might be peak for you. I'm just saying. Possibly you're going to face some difficulties in jail being a disabled raper. I don't know. You get me? You're not going to be able to run away from people. It's going to be peak for you. Yeah? You get trapped upstairs and you can't get down. And, you know what I mean? It's not, because for rapers, it's not good in jail for rapers anyway. Yes, it shouldn't be good for rapers. But I'm sure out of the pecking order of rapers, like in terms of difficulty to complete the jail sentence, I think you're going to find it the most difficult because you're disabled. Do you know what I mean? And also, I think they're going to give you like full life, which, well, you know, I think you should just get life just for graping. Grape should be standard, mandatory life. If you're guilty of graping a person, whoever it is, I don't think you should get your liberty back personally. Do you know what I mean? Because I've seen how that shatters lives. Obviously, in this case, the person you grape's dead. Let's move on. Nah, cold. Listen to the sound of evil. Ladies and gentlemen, the chuckle of evil. All right, man. I landed at the holiday destination. I might edit where I just said it. But I see that Zelensky. Now, to me, this is all a pantomime. I say this every week, even when I cover political subjects. I say, look, I don't necessarily buy into this as real life. However, it is very entertaining. Donald Trump and Zelensky. Zelensky's going to check Donald Trump and go have a little chat. You get me? Let's talk about what's going on. See if you can help me out. Whatever. You're saying that you want some of my minerals because Trump's saying that for us to help Ukraine, we need to get a little something back. We've pumped some money into your infrastructure. So Zelensky's going to check Trump. Trump is saying, yo, listen, we've been helping you for a hot minute. We've given you money. We've given you intelligence. What are you saying? You got some nice looking minerals over there. What are you saying? You're going to pop off? You're going to break us off a couple minerals. Let's get a little deal going in, car. We got to make it worthwhile to our people, which is mad. So the person that's been helping you, like, is now saying, I'm helping you, but what am I getting? And you know, like, it's peak because now you got to start trading for this. Anyway, Zelensky's just gone there and got chiefed out. Next man's asking him, why aren't you wearing a suit? Why aren't you doing this? Rare. He's now fighting for his life, getting all defensive. He's getting battered up by Donald Trump. You know you're playing with World War III here and all these other theatrics. And basically, man's just getting bullied. He's left and he's like said, yo, he's backtracking now. He wants to work with Donald Trump. He's backtracking. So Donald Trump just let him know, listen, I'll help you, but don't think that we're equals, innit? Like, you need me, I don't need you kind of thing. It's peak for them over there. In terms of what's really going on in terms of Ukraine and Russia on the world stage, I'm hearing all sorts of things. There's things I can't even get into in terms of like the origin of Ukrainian people and who they actually are in terms of history, and you know, terms like Khazar being thrown around and all sorts of things. It's looking murky. When I looked at when I saw the thing about the Ukrainian is it the Ukrainian flag or the Ukrainian shield, Ukrainian crest, whatever it is. They laid it next to a sigil of bow, yeah? And they said, bro, the thing looks like almost identical. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. That was a dodgy connection. I hope I'm making sense. I'm going to try to play a video either before or after this to tie it in with what I'm saying. So you see there's a funny side quest to look into. But yeah, that's that politics shit. Let me keep it moving because I got a couple bits. 2 teenage boys been arrested after a video goes viral for them throwing a chair in Stratford. Did you see that?
Footage of a teenager throwing a heavy seat from a balcony in Westfield Stratford shopping centre, narrowly missing shoppers below, is being investigated by the Met Police. A video has been widely shared online showing the boy and 2 others, including one filming, running through the shopping centre afterwards. The Met said there were no reports of injuries after the incident on Monday.
Yeah, you saw that?
Yeah, they got arrested. Yeah.
I mean, I wish they were white, but they're not. You know what I mean? So, black community is another time where we just got to take this one, you know? Take the L. Exactly. It was a dumb thing. It was a very dumb thing and could have been life-threatening. I've never calling for anyone to be arrested apart from nonsense and that. And even then, I'm really not asking for them to be arrested. I'm just saying, you get me? Let's deal with them in another way. But I understand these young men being arrested. Hopefully, this arrest will put things into perspective for them where they don't do dumb, risky things like this before. Because as a youth, I can tell you for free, I've done a multitude of activities that could have resulted in the death of anybody on the other side of that. A multitude. In fact, me growing up in my generation, I feel like that was the shit to do. Dangerous shit. Throw something off a bridge. Throw something in the middle of the road. Do this, do that. Rare. Drop something off a balcony and run. And so we've thrown TVs off the side of buildings. Not really trying to hit no one, but someone could have easily stepped in front and dead. Yeah. Growing up, I knew some youths that threw a stone from a bridge. Do you know what I mean? And I think someone actually lost their life from that because they went into a car windshield, rare, whole Final Destination thing. Do you know what I mean? Someone ended up deading. These things happen. We forget how fragile life is. We forget how fragile and how momentary life is. So for these kids to be reminded that, you know what, this could have gone left, I think it's appropriate. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because it was a dumb move. Is it anything more sinister than children or kids or young people not fully understanding the consequences of their action and the price of life not being as sacred as it once was? Is it anything more sinister than that? Just a generic thing? I don't think so. I don't think he was deliberately going out to kill somebody, but his actions could have resulted in that, and it's fair to make him know that. Yeah, through education and through a little bit of punishment. I don't think he should have like a criminal record at the end of this, but I don't think it should just be a minor. It's something he needs to remember, and youths them need to remember. It's the reason why I'm speaking about this, because it's a minor story, but I want to get my chance to just remind people, to remind your young people, innit? Like, having fun is cool, having jokes is cool. Don't let your friends gas you into doing something that could stay with you for the rest of your life and impact others for the rest of their lives, more importantly, because it's not all about the selfish thing of how it can affect you. We need to really train our kids into understanding how shit affects other people, more importantly. And I wish me as a young man, I didn't partake in half of the fuckeries that I did. You know? I sorely regret some of those things and have no doubt that some of my actions probably incurred serious repercussions for people on the other end of it. Do you know what I mean? And I was a maniac when I was young. We all were maniacs. That's what I'm thinking. We were just maniacs, and we did maniac shit and never looked back. You know, slowly, through years of training and participating in society, I have developed a stronger sense of social responsibility, probably because of the fuckeries I did when I was a youth. So yeah, man, anyone that I harmed in my gallivanting as a youth, man, I apologize. I'm so sorry. And at no point in time did I directly mean to inflict any harm on any one individual. Do you know what I mean? I was just young, dumb, and didn't give a fuck. And, you know, consequences are not apparent to you, especially that anyone younger than 20 really will struggle to understand what ramifications truly are. Because it's hard to think past your 20-year life existence. It's hard. It's not even your fault. You probably could be wise and have loads of empathy, but it's really hard to really embrace it until you got that score plus under your belt. Then you start really, you get me? Once you start moving into your third decade of reality and, do you know what I mean? You're like, yo, okay, cool. I've got the beginning levels done. I'm in the game now. This is when the game actually begins. And then you start accessing your consciousness and awareness a lot more frequently. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, just to touch on that, man. Them two young youths, yeah, we can demonize them, dumb, stupid, da-da-da. But before that, we had happy slapping. Before that, we had this. Before that, you know, youth left without, you know what they say about, you know, the devil makes work of idle thumbs. Yeah, youth are not engaged. There's no rites of passage for the youngsters. There's no, like, okay, so now you're becoming a man, now you're going to go through this trial. You got to go through this, cut through this jungle, come back with a rascal cheater's tooth. You get me? You got to go kill a lion and come back. You got to go walk through the forbidden forest, spend 2 nights there and find your way back. Now you're a man. You got to go into this hut and smoke some of this aboga or whatever compound of fucking dimethyltryptamine inducing herbs and have a fucking astral moment with your ancestors and some shit and then come back. You know what I mean? Or what they got? They got the gloves filled with fire ants.
This bullet ant is much bigger than I thought. The length of each bullet ant is about 2.5 to 3 centimeters. I already feel the pain of bullet ant.
Yeah.
I can't describe how I feel right now. I can't move my hand at all. Persistent pain in the hand. I think I can handle the pain pretty well. Even when my leg was broken before, it didn't hurt so much. But now it's the worst pain I will ever experience.
I'm okay.
I am especially honored that I'm standing between 2 real men now. 2 men who just went through ballot on the Rachel.
You seen that one? It's like, I'm gonna say Indonesia, but I know it's not Indonesia. It's like the Pacific Islands. They got these gloves made out of like vines and whatnot. Yeah, boom, and they got fire ants in them, and you got to put both arms in there. And as a young man, you need to put both your arms in there. I think these bites, I think they're bullet ants or something. Apparently, it's the most painful bite you can get. And their thing is, you got to put your arms in there and show no pain. And just firm it, and now you're a man. So like, you got that build up, I think, till you got the build up, waiting for that to happen. I think it happens when you're like 15 or 13 or something like that. So you've got this thing in your head that one day I'm gonna have to do this. What every man in our village has had to do it. No one gets away with it. So every man you look at, you know you share something with him. He's gone through a certain trial that marks you as a man. And after that day forth, you're not a boy no more. You and that youth that used to play, you can't even play the same because you've gone through this thing and he's still a youth man. That it either forces you to grow up or puts the pressure. I don't know. But society in the West, we need some shit like that. Yeah, certain countries, they've got military service. At a certain age, you got to do your military service. I rate that. I don't rate fighting for your country, but I do rate putting the young men, give them a chance to do something that defines them. Unfortunately, in the UK, my coming of age, my what's it? What do we call it? Rights or whatever we call it. Mine was getting to jail. Get me? Actually, yeah, mine was going to jail, being permanently excluded from school. No, mine was being orphaned, like my mum dying, being permanently excluded from school, and then going to jail. That 12 months plus of time or whatever, 2 years of time was like, yeah, that was my period of time where, you know, the last remnants of like just straight innocent childhood were being met with the real world, real life consequences for your actions, death, mortality, all these type of concepts are forced upon you, family, independence, go the good route, the bad route. I had the angel and the devil on my shoulders. You know what I mean? I had them both on my shoulders. Sorry, I got a mad front wedgie. Don't look. See, when you get older, do your balls grow? Well, you wouldn't know, Maverick, but write in the comments, do your balls grow when you're old? Why would you know, cuz? You've only had balls for like 20-something years, cuz. You never got to know your own balls yet. They're new to you. You're probably still surprised when you look in the mirror and see balls. Like, rah! Forgot about these. Yeah, coming of age, rites of passage, very important. Help to steer these children into a constructive zone, a constructive state of mind, because otherwise, that youthful energy, that inquisitiveness and curiosity about life, and the lack of experience will meld together and create some kind of Frankenstein's monster that we see over in the Western world where the youths are just delinquent. It's because they literally need engaging and to engage their minds. But yeah, I thought that was an important one to bring up. You know what I mean? Because I hear a few people talking about it. I had to fling in my 2 pence. My 2 pence. All right, let me pause because I can hear someone's coming in. Someone's coming in with a ferocity. Ah! Chef Hell. I know. And you got a hoodie. You don't need that.
Shut up.
It's hot in it.
Last time I needed it.
And now it's now it's summertime.
I'd rather be hot than
you will be hot. Anyway, Chevelle is here.
Hi guys. Should I come and join? Do some news with you guys. Hi. Hello. It's hot.
Oh, it's hot. You've been in there for 2 minutes.
What's this? We got some Pokemon sweets. Sweets time.
Sweets time.
Sweets time.
Shit.
So hello everyone. I don't know when am I doing when it come to the weather, you know. Just 2 weeks ago, don't it? Just 2 weeks ago, it was freezing. Yeah? Not no joke thing. When I say over there, take up the something last episode.
Yeah,
it was cold.
You wrapped yourself in a cocoon. I was loving. I'm like, I didn't notice you did that.
Because you know what? I was there for time. Freeze. Nah, big man thing. Big man, guys, you'd never understand.
Welcome, Chevelle, in the building.
In the building. What else we got here?
Wait, hold on. Enough to talk about and spin from. We got a lot to go on. Okay, yeah. We're gonna have a fun one. Guess who's back today? Who is it? Big man Des is back.
Is it?
Yeah. Back from Jamaica. He wants to talk about lots of yardy stuff. So
Alright, we can talk about lots of yardy stuff.
yeah.
I'm gonna go take this off now.
Alright, thank you.
Alright.
Thank you. So Chevelle go strip.
Yeah.
See, she came in with a bad talk, and now already she's stripping. That's the effects that I have on the gal.
I'm telling
Let
you,
me-
I'm at my art.
I don't know why that was so aggressive. Alright, okay, cool. What else have I got here? A couple ones. Alright, I'm gonna play this video, right? I'm gonna play this video and then I'm gonna talk about it. Boom.
Can't believe this shit. Niggas violating me, I'm violating niggas. Give me 150, I'm calling this nigga. Niggas think they was slick in a car, leave they phone a lot. Yeah, I got your phone now. Somebody tell I got her phone. Yeah, I got your phone. Yeah, and I'm calling this nigga. And I'm calling him. Nah. I told myself I would never call a nigga phone about no girl. But today is the fucking day. Today is the day. I'm telling you we are married, bro. Leave her alone, bro. Leave her alone, bro.
If you was doing handling your business as a man, as a father,
bro, coming. You love her, son, bro, because you act like you really ready to die, bro. This is my wife, bro. I'm actually the sick.
Yeah, listen. We've been talking every day for a whole 6-7 months. Our feelings grown. I'm saying I got a text for her, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, you really gonna sit here and tell me just this, yo, bro? You're really telling me this just like this, bro? This is my wife, bro. This is my wife, bro. Bro, I'm not crying. I just don't know. Bro, this is my wife, bro. Bro, this is really my wife, bro. Bro, I'm not acting tough, bro, because, bro, I see it. Bro, I'm asking you a question as man to man, bro. Leave her alone, please, bro. Bro, please leave her alone, please. Bro, please leave her alone. Bro, please. Bro, what about me? I got a family, bro. Just leave Star alone, bro. Leave her alone, please. Bro, I don't know, bro. Please leave her alone, please. Please leave her alone. Bro, all right. Bro, I don't got time for this. Please, Kev, I don't got no problem. Please, look, bro. I will fucking kill you, bro. I'm gonna kill myself, nigga. I swear to God, if you fuck with her again, I'm killing myself.
So, a man goes through his wife's phone. Yeah? And, yeah, man goes through his wife's phone and he finds the side dude's number. Have you seen it? Fuck off. He finds the side dude's number.
I'm a coldest
and then he's like, yo, I'm a call this dude. Now, I can't work out whether this is real or not. And I stopped trying to really care now. Because it's at the point where it's like, it's just taking for the entertainment, isn't it?
Did you get to the part where he was barleying though?
Yeah. What are you saying? That can't be fake?
I don't think it's fake.
Cool.
No.
But I just can't tell no more. I saw that bit. So, my man's on the phone. He's trying to, like, basically, yo, do you like her? What's going on? This is my wife. My man starts begging, starts bawling, like, sniveling, snot coming out the nose, like, proper eye water, it seems. And I guess I just wanted to reflect on the video real quick, right? So I'm not going to, exactly, look, I've never been in that scenario. And personally, I hope that I never am. I don't wish that on nobody. But as a man, a part of me says, once you find out that your woman hasn't moved correct, don't you have like that sigh of relief that you've kind of found out, and now you can go about your business and like, cause I feel like there's different types of men out here. So there's men out here who maybe doubt their ability to get a new gal. Like, I'm just gonna be real and blunt. You get me? I could love my missus all I want, mate. Right?
Right.
I ain't afraid that I ain't gonna be able to get another missus.
Right.
Your woman's supposed to be afraid that she don't get another you. That you supposed, if you ain't got that energy, I can't help you, cuz. I'm irreplaceable. Don't you ever for a second get to thinking
I'm irreplaceable.
you just don't know about me. You just don't know about me. Alright, mad thing, right? We singing Beyonce, cause I feel like, yeah, your heart's hurt and that, but do you really want her? Do you want her? She didn't even just do a one thing. She's like in a relationship with this dude. My man said, I speak to her every day for 6 years, for 6 months.
6 to 7 months, he said. nonsense. Yeah.
For a woman to speak to you every day, like, come on, brother. So the roles are really reversing out here, you know.
I just feel like at that point she don't care.
She don't give a fuck.
At that point she don't, because from she ain't at the door knocking and he can't hear her knocking at the door for her own the phone.
She's just like,
yeah,
meh. Brother, self-respect. If it was a sister, I'd even say, you know what, it's up to you. But for a brother, I don't know. If you lot think I'm being unbalanced or unfair, fair enough. Do you know what I mean? I never promised to be perfect. But what I will say is, I do see certain scenarios a bit differently. For a boy child, like, yo, just cut, dog. Like, because your self-respect, as a man, you just need to cut. And
losing his family though, that's a bit mad. He's got to lose his whole family.
No, you just got to lose the gal. Yeah, okay. Oh, you're not gonna wake up every day. You're not gonna get the good night daddy, good morning daddy ones. I get that. It's sweet, but
wait, you know, like some women, they can be really spiteful, right?
Yeah.
So, like if he might know his woman that well that he's like, raw. I've got to think about all of this stress for the next.
I don't want to be. I don't. Look, you make bogey flat, man. I'm gonna slow that down. Was that a whole bubble that came up, man?
I didn't see it.
Was there a bogey bubble? Anyway, was there a bogey bubble that came up?
He was reading books.
But why did you always look so entertained by my downfall, bro? That's so like hilarious to people over there. Whenever I look over there, it's just smart. Everyone's skin teeth. Boom. So it's a shame. Personally, I think that men. I feel like I say this every week, society's roles are reversing, you know, more videos of men getting cheated on and not being able to handle it, and women being like, well, I've got multiple men and who the fuck are you? And like, you know, roles are being reversed in society, and I think it really comes down to if you are accepting it or not. But this is another part of the propaganda. There's going to be loads of juicy videos like this that are pushed to the top of the algorithm, right? Juicy. Yeah, to get you involved. Even you trying to stay on the sideline and you watch something like this, you got something to say. That video was mad. My man's bawling his head off. Like distraught.
And you know what's crazy? Why do we laugh when it's a man?
Because
when it's a woman, we got all the space in our heart
Facts.
to feel.
Facts.
But when it's a man, no, but you know what it was? It's because
Shayla!
No, but it's because he was on badness when he first called, man.
He was, yeah. You really ready to die? You really ready to die with some coochie, man? Like, yeah, and then he was like, yo, man, it's my wife.
Just said, that's my wife.
It's my wife. I'm begging you, dog.
Like,
leave her alone. I mean, if you have to beg a man to give you back your woman, it's the point I'm trying to say. Do you know what I mean?
She's not yours anymore.
It's just the point I'm trying to say. Just like, for instance, okay, you're in a club, you have your juice, you set your juice down in front of you, you're bubbling. Stranger Stephen, stranger Michelle, literally comes over, picks up your glass, takes a sip. You say, that's not your glass. She says, oh, sorry. Or he says, oh, sorry, and puts it down. Okay. What are you going to do next?
I'm going to be going, can you get me another drink, please?
Your drink's spoiled.
Yeah, I don't want your lips on my juice.
Why don't that work with Pum Pum?
Oh, if you lot could see my face right now. If you lot, I didn't know that's where he went with it, but he clearly went.
That was a good one. That was sick. Point made. Let's move on.
That was too good.
Yeah? You don't even want man to share your cup. You get me? You don't even want man to, even certain time people sit in the seat that you were sitting in and they're like, oh, sorry, was you sitting there? Nah, keep it. Cause we don't want this, I don't want your energy mixer.
Your batty juice.
Right, batty aura. I'm not sitting in no one's batty aura. You get me? For my batty to turn into yours. To start favouring you.
Murdering batties.
Yeah? That's why Chinese people be trying to sit in your seat so much, Chevelle.
What? Chinese? Why them in particular? Are they trying to... Oh.
You don't do this innocent, when she wants to snitch on the whole joke, she does this, like, oh, what do you mean, huh? And then she'll spell the whole thing out so that you can get cancelled. Mad. Boom, let's go. Next story, yeah? Chevelle in the cut. Who owns the brands that feed off the Afro-Caribbean culture? I say that like, as in, knowing as a Nigerian, I've grown up with certain brand allegiances that I didn't question until I got a brain. I was like, huh? For instance, major brand allegiance that me and everybody in school unified with was Palmer's cocoa butter. That was our thing.
To this
I
day.
thought it was from Africa. These look footage from the Caribbean. And it's not.
PALMERS, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
But that, you know, are we carrying the name mostly, you know?
But I them get.
But I them get to it.
See what I'm saying? So anyway, so it's going through these ones.
White Palmer, you know the White Palmer.
I don't know no white palmers.
Exactly.
No.
But where did the Palmer come from?
Oh.
Right.
Now I'm gonna say. White palmer.
Oh, White Palmer.
So it's
White
palm.
Palmer.
Turn your palm round.
Oh, you got white. See, mine's kind of beige.
Yeah, man. I got the tanned hand. Yeah.
Palm.
But we got the palm coloured people in the building as well. All right, so.
Who really owns the brands cashing in on people of African descent? Let's break it down. Top Boy, Ronan Bennett, World Star, Michael Hayward, Death Row, Stephen Allen Schwartzman, Uncle Ben's, Paul Vyrock, Maggie aka Magnum, Uncle Ray, and his bad mind nephew, Simon Hunt.
Jesus is love!
Old Jamaica Ginger Beer, Hans Roloffs,
Blood clot.
Dragon Stout,
Blood clot.
Dolph Vandenbrink. Some might argue this is purely a commercial issue, but when a culture is monetized by outsiders who create products marketed as essential elements of that culture, thereby influencing the cultural identity, the situation can become problematic.
Anyway, so, Ray and Nephew.
Can you believe when I found that out? And Magnum.
Magnum and Ray and Nephew. The man that owns Magnum owns Ray and Nephew.
Yes.
Dragon Stout, fuck Dragon Stout anyway.
I'm just saying.
But yes. I grew on the Dragon Stout. I say grew like I was drinking it when I was 7 or so. Dragon Stout grew me. But you ever had a Dragon Stout? You're not official, man. But anyway, they're shit now. What the fucking no? So they're whispering, why am I getting onto Maverick? Rare. I get onto everybody. Do you know what I mean? But definitely Maverick. Magnum. What else was there? There was something else. Okay. World Star Hip Hop. Oh yeah. But I remember a guy called Q owned it. But and then
I think that was sold.
Yeah, it was sold. Yeah. Death Row Records. Uncle Ben's Rice. They put Uncle Ben's Rice in there, and I'm like, listen, there's certain.
Quite obvious.
Yeah, but my thing is this, yeah. Like, were you not really out there eating Uncle Ben's? Like, what's actually going on here?
I don't know if they were.
Like,
were they? Were you?
Was Uncle Ben's? Did you not buy Uncle Ben's in your yard or something? Who like Uncle Ben's wasn't us?
But the Uncle Ben's was
the logo.
Portrayed, the logo was portrayed for us, but it was bought by who?
So, so basically, they use the Uncle Ben's face to make people think, oh, I like black rice. I like black rice. So.
And I can't make it.
And I can't make it. So, or this is where black people. Do you know? Yeah, I get it. You've associated it to make people think, oh, rah. I don't know why black people are known for good rice, but they are.
Because we make good rice.
Yeah. Not the best rice, but we make good rice.
We make good rice.
I think Indians do the best rice.
You know, I haven't really had Indian to know.
I
had their pilau, but it's just seasoned rice to me.
I fuck with Indian rice. Pilau's right. I fuck with that. And then we use Indian rice anyway, like in terms of basmati.
We cook.
Yeah, we cook. Yeah. But I love a basmati, aromatic rice and that. Yeah, we've gone into a tangent. Ginger beer, old Jamaican ginger beer. We kind of knew that it got sold on. But yeah, it's just food for thought, innit? Like, I don't know how you lot feel. I feel like we talk about economics in a roundabout way all the time. Yeah. And it's just something for you to think about, whether it matters to you who produces the food. Maybe you become less brand conscious or you want to become more brand conscious. For me, I don't give a damn. I don't have brand loyalty to anyone because I know they're all businesses trying to exploit us. And most of the things that we have brand loyalty to are killing us. Funny enough. Yeah. Even the things that we think are good, funny enough, some kind of poison they always sneak into our shit. Do you know what I mean?
I always feel one.
And I must have been.
But is that because we're not the manufacturers? We are not the owners of these companies, so we can't then.
We even when we own companies, we build it up and we sell it on.
We sell it on. That's the problem, though, dog. I'm just reporting that. So food for thought.
Good food, thank you. Exactly that. Good food for thought. All right. This one is about IVG. IVG. I don't know what it stands for. Yeah, IVG. It's like IVF, but it's ton up. Yeah.
It's ton up.
It's like so basically now they can. Do you know what? Let me play this for you. I'm gonna play this for you, because it's not gonna make much sense to you, lot. But it's easier. I just play it.
Many in the LGBT community who want to have a biologically related child. Two men who could potentially use IVG for reproducing a child who's genetically related to both parents of the same sex. The other thing that has been proposed, some people have talked about so-called multiplex parenting. You could use IVG to create two embryos, use the IVG technique again to create sperm and eggs, and then create yet a third embryo. Now you have essentially what is genetically a grandchild.
And they murdered the two other embryos.
Exactly. And you could do this as many iterations as you wanted, that you could create a child whose biological parents, grandparents, great-grandparents were all embryos that were created and destroyed in a laboratory, and that genetic lineage simply vanished. And their only related living parents, quote unquote, are actually, great or great-great or great-great-great or whatever grandparents. And there's a lot of people that are really excited about this multiplex parenting. Many in the
So, what? I ain't that. Yeah, I ain't. No, because what he's saying is, what he's saying, make this clear. It's like eggs creating eggs. Yeah? So, she come disturb up my thing today, innit? It's like eggs creating eggs, essentially. Yeah. Without it ever developing into an adult to have the baby. So
before them even born, the grandparents have already been, but they ain't even born.
No one's born.
They're just creating a family tree
of genetics without anyone ever being alive, and then they could just make the last one be alive. So they can breed traits, and I don't know. And you know what? Chefs often, like a lot of the things you say, yeah, I may laugh initially, and then it's like it's real though. Yeah. Not as in what if that's what we are, but what if there's people out there like that though, already? Do you know what I mean?
Do they even know that that's what they are? That they're genetically made?
Yeah, that you didn't have grandparents or whatever.
Do they even know that?
I don't know, but I know there's already babies with 3 genetic contributors.
So that or 3, the number.
3 the number. Okay. Yeah, 3 genetic contributors. As in they've taken what have they taken, an egg?
Egg, embryo.
Yeah, egg. They've put some sperm in it, and then they've added a third party's DNA in there as well. So that embryo or whatever it's developing has got 2.
Where are they trying to do this?
They've already done that. That's
I get that, but as in where? Where in the world?
They've done it in the UK. They've done it in America. Yeah.
Where do I go where this isn't happening?
I mean, places where they can't afford it, but it's not necessarily against the law or what. I don't know, man. All the scientists are moving mad and they're doing all sorts of things. So I just thought I'd throw that out there for you. Schorcher won Best Grime in the mobos. Why am I mentioning that? I don't know, because I think someone's going to want to chat about some mobos in a bit. But Schorcher won Best Grime. I don't care. I don't care about award ceremonies. I don't care about people winning awards. I don't care about the industry. I couldn't give a fuck. In fact, fire upon the mobos. Let me say that. Fire upon them. Fire upon all the awarding ceremonies and all the industry. Big up the underdogs. Big up the up and comers. Big up the original talent, the real talent out there. Unfortunately, it's a game of numbers and conformity and gatekeepers, and it's not what you know, who you know, and nepotism, and it is what it is. The whole thing's rigged. But if you look at these industries as things that you can just climb and enter and succeed in without being part of any clubs or any handshakes or any get-along gangs, then you're naive in your viewing. I think Schorcher's supposed to represent somebody that doesn't have any of that and just won a mobo. I mean, it's going to be a good thing for his career. He'll probably get more streams, more attention. But for the rest of us, Schorcher's kind of already had his foot in the door. That brings me to say my last thing. See, I'm a fan of old school acts and old school music. But I am not a fan of how they use our nostalgia as a means to stagnate the so-called culture. I've seen all of you grime man do your thing already. I've seen you lot. I've seen you, when there was one channel that showed everyone's music, it was all you lot's music. When it was one radio station playing anyone's music, it was all you lot's music. You lot been round. I'm happy you lot get a chance to spin back round. You get me? But there's people that never got a chance to spin in the first place. And I'm like, you know what I mean? And I'm not just talking about the ones that you just let in. Like there's a couple you just let in and all of a sudden he's the face and rare. I'm talking about the organic artists. They're not getting a look in. They're not. I saw something about that Doeshi chick. I knew there's a reason I didn't know who the fuck she was or didn't care. Pretty chick and that. I see her on one thing. Obviously, she's got a liquor license. I didn't even realize that, but it makes sense.
What's my biggest dating red flag? Is it being on the DL? You're on the right track. Is it close enough? You want to guess one more time what would be a red flag for me? Bad music taste? Oh, that is a good one. This is a huge red flag for me. All right. It's so crazy. I was going to say men. I mean, strike one. You're a man. Yeah. And you're heterosexual. Yeah.
She's winning Grammys out of nowhere. She's, get me, Saltfish Patty is her selection. I hear that. She's, right. I see her on one thing talking about her red flags is if a man is a heterosexual man. Heterosexual men are a red flag or something. And then the person's just talking to you saying, yeah, I hate men. I hate straight men or I hate men or what. I don't know. And did you see it? Yeah, it's like, I don't know. I do understand. No, I'm going to stop pretending like I don't. Like, there's actually no more for me to really say. I'm going to put that clip up there as well. Like, any normal person that goes out there with chest and says they hate the members of the other sex, they're sick. If it's a man that says he hates women, you're a sick man.
I was just about to say,
yeah?
Can you imagine the difference
in reception? Yeah. If me and a brother were sitting there saying this mad thing.
Say that they hate women.
Especially a straight woman.
All of a sudden, violence against women is not violence against men, like, in some way, like. So
you get your platform, and obviously this is what you get pushed forward to just chat nonsense. There's no unity, no and I don't really care. And the truth is, it shouldn't matter what anyone says, because I don't watch them. But I know other people watch them, so let me be a bit of the medicine. So maybe somebody out there will see a sensible man like me chatting and be like, yeah, I relate to him. And if he's saying bun these celebrities, bun them. Because, yeah, for real, bun them. But, yeah, that's really it, man. It's a wrap up. I'm going to wrap that up. Obviously, I still got holiday brain. I don't want to be here in the UK. You know what I mean? The world is fucking sweet, bruv. Especially if you got a bit of peas. My mum used to always say that the world is beautiful if you got money. If you got a bit of peas to buy yourself into certain scenarios, you can really feel light light on your foot and feel like, whoa, anything's possible. Then you come back to the UK and you got to pay your phone bill. It's dread. It's dread. I just got to laugh it off, man. Because if I don't laugh, I'll cry. All right, boom. So yeah, that's my 2 pence. Oh yeah, before I go, let me do the comments real quick because I know you did like that. Let me do the comments real quick on the last my 2 pence. Boom, boom, boom. See, I thought I was gonna struggle, but I've been chatting for time. Like, I've really got to wrap this up. Is that it? Alright, cool. So let me read some of the comments. Okay, big up South Trail Steppers Sciside. He says, what I learnt today, I got gold in my skull. Yeah, so cool, big up. Just Me Lush says, my 2 pence is brilliant, Jedi. I love it. Please keep doing these. Yeah, man, big ups to you. Beats by Bane says, mad thing is, I have been lucid dreaming since I was young. It was a way of me controlling my nightmares when I was little. It works if I don't like a dream, I just fly away and start again. Okay, we're talking about lucid dreaming. True Sneaky says, TV license, that little notification that pops up asking if you got a TV license makes me laugh as well. Also, these lot better stop messing about with those robots. Big ups to you. Big up Auntie Jenny. She says, I want to try a Stormzy meal for research purposes only. Of course. Just big up Auntie Jenny. Big up Raw Beats. He says, I'm rating this format, you know. It's proper informative. Plus, you should defo do the anime show. I love anime, so I'll be down for that. What anime? Wait, hold on.
There's an anime show, could you imagine me? Oh my god.
Oh, no, he's talking about the one where I was dissing anime. Hell is empty because all the demons... Hell is empty because all the demons are at the anime convention. Yeah, you lot need to watch that review of animes. I took my children and a family friend down to an anime convention, and yeah, I vlogged a little bit of it, and I came home and I felt compelled to just do a quick little, to camera piece where I just gave my opinions on anime. I grew up on manga before we was calling it anime, which is like the manga's gay cousin. You hear me? I grew up on mangas. What? Real talk? Well, I grew up on mangas, bruv. Get me? And a lot of them were demonic. Demons were ripping out gals, tun, all sorts. Get me? I remember one of them, the demon, like he develops like a dick. Like this dick comes out and then there's an eyeball at the end of the dick. Then he shoves it in the girl's pum-pum. Like, yeah, mangas used to be raw. Like, mangas are different than anime. Anime is like, they do dirty things, they flirt around weird ideas and they're boy-girly and it's all weird, but it's not actually raw. Whereas mangas were raw. Like, it was like proper like an adult thing. Titties, squeeze up the titties and You always hear that sound in a manga. Oh yeah.
Keep this in. Who does the editing?
Me.
Yeah, keep it in, okay?
I have to. Anyway, so we just got into the mangas and animes, and I saw the crowd. It's more about the crowd that anime attracts, right? It's not about adults individually deciding they want to watch this. It's the fact that it is designed to merge the lines between adult and child entertainment and make it a bit ambiguous about whether this is adult, whether this is not. Look at because you got the outfits, then the men are turning up wearing the outfits. And then there's kids.
At the anime con.
Yeah, and then there's kids. And then this adult's just like a demon, and this child's just like a demon. And then there's a kid in an outfit that looks kind of inappropriate, but it's an anime character. Then there's a man wearing it. Then there's a woman wearing it, looking kind of sexy in it. And I'm like, okay, we're blurring. Everyone's rubbing shoulders. Like I said, bare air guitarists are there. Bare elbow biters are there. Do you know what I mean? Bite your elbow. Try it. Do it with both elbows. Try and bite your elbow, go. What? People with what? I didn't say that. Whoa, I didn't say that. Anyway, it's been my 2 pence. Been my 2 pence. Big up to everyone that commented. Big up to everyone that watched. Hopefully I'm going to get this up Sunday night, if not Monday. But yeah, I should be able to get home and get this on. I've got some pods to shoot, so I've got to keep it moving. Thank you to everyone that subscribed. Big up the PayPal gang, Patreon gang, everyone that supports the channel. Because I'm not a monetized channel as of yet, but we're working on remonetizing the channel them. And yeah, man, make sure you check out all the content and keep up to date with Speakonomics. Yeah, the Who is Orion Chids and me. That one's coming out next. That's another good one. Last one was a banging one as well with High Priest. High Priest is gonna be joining us again today. I need to get High Priest in there with Chevelle. Yeah. You get it? Like, so yeah. Oh my god, I forgot. Squeeze me, baby. Alright, cool. So we out, man. Thank you. Fucking hell. Open that door, Shed.